Okay, so hello, I'm making another video, and this time I have my whole ass set up, like my mic and everything, and let's talk about why you should stop studying right now, like right now. I mean, when you're watching this video, you're probably not studying anyway, but whatever. Basically, I had an epiphany, or I think that's what it's called right now. My friend is the type of person who's studying like all the time, like 6 hours a day studying for exams. Okay, you see, I'm graduating like next week or like very soon. I'm in my last year of high school, and everyone's studying, but I am not studying. And why? Because I stopped caring. Now listen, I'm not telling you to drop out of high school and stop caring about everything because that's not true. I'm saying study what you need. Don't study like unnecessarily a lot. Now I'm gonna get canceled for this, I can already tell, but listen, hold on, check this out. So you see, there's people who study like a lot, like very much, like all the time. And I think that's really kind of sad, because they're not going out, they're not doing anything like except studying. And I think that's bad. Like, I think you should find a balance between studying and social contact and sleeping and health, which is impossible, I know, because I've been there, like I tried. But then I realized, oh my God, why is it so dark? Okay, but then I realized you need to set priorities, kind of. And then I also realized it is really not that deep, Like, it's really not that deep. Like, of course, some people want to get into like crazy colleges and stuff, which I mean, okay, I understand that, I guess. But like, you know, there's things that we have to balance. Like, there's things that we have to prioritize. And we have to realize that not everything matters to the extent that society makes it matter. You know what I mean? Because listen, you know, I have my exams in like many subjects, okay? I really like history and psychology, which are the two I'm really studying for. I also have to make an exam in biology and math, which I don't care about, so I don't care, okay? I want to get enough to pass, obviously, but listen, I've set priorities because it's so much like you can't study everything unless you really study every day for 8 hours, which I think is insane, but it's up to everyone. But I'm just saying, like, maybe we should not put so much value on these things because in 5 years nobody's going to ask you what grade you had in a high school, I think, and at the same time I think it's important to value it for yourself. But let's not be stupid here, like, I'm not telling people to not study at all, like, don't give a shit about school, like, that's not what I'm saying, because I think school is still very important in the sense that, like, you learn how to kind of talk to people in a way because you are in a group of people and you have to interact in a way. But I just think that, there's things that are not that important to life that we learn in school. And we don't have to force ourselves to study these things, Like, at least that's me. Like, I guess, I mean, of course I should study. Like, obviously everyone should study to kind of pass and graduate, but or like at least try. But I'm just like, I gave up, like, I'm sorry, I gave up. So I'm trying to rationalize it. Okay, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm not telling anyone to actually stop studying forever, but you know, I just think that we should still prioritize the things that actually matter for us in life, And if somebody says, "Oh, okay, well, to me, this stuff that I learned is really matters, and that's what my life is about at the moment, and that's what I care about," okay, I respect that honor. But I think we shouldn't shame people who say, "Okay, well, I care more about different things right now, maybe." But of course, nobody likes studying, so it's really, or at least only a few people actually enjoy studying, so it's hard to just say, okay, well, do the things you like, just do the things you like, because that's also not how it works. But I just think we should maybe rethink our whole like values on education, because I mean, I can memorize, I don't know, a few pages, but what is that gonna help me? Like, absolutely nothing. So I'm prioritizing the things which I actually do care about, you know. And also another thing is just generally social contacts and stuff. Like many people who study a lot are just like how do I say declining, not neglecting their like social life, which makes sense because it's so much to study that you don't have time for social life or hobbies. But I think that's bad, you know. I think that's the sad part. I think that's actually the sad part that we're just prioritizing studying for something that does not even matter in like a few years. Oh, not even years, like months. In a few months, nobody will care. Over actually doing something that will benefit our whole life, like building memories, building friendships, stuff like that. You know, spending time with your family, I think that's really important. Yeah, like I've been doing that a lot recently because now it's like sunny outside, like, just go out and just do things with people. I think that's so much more fun than just sitting in my room studying biology, which I do not care about, okay? I'm gonna study to the extent that I know I'll certainly pass, like one day before, but like I'm not gonna study like so much because I'm sorry, like it's sunny out, like it's my last year of high school, like I want to make memories, not I don't want to have in my memory, oh, yeah, that's the time where I was in my room locked up the whole day studying biology, which I don't even remember anything of it because I don't care. Like as simple as that, you know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm trying to say here. But again, I'm just ranting about my own shit. Like I'm not saying to anybody that don't study for this and drop out of high school. Like that's not what I'm saying. Okay, please, like please don't put words in my mouth that I didn't say. I'm just saying maybe you should think about what you actually care about the most and maybe also remember that you should have fun because at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with with the way things are looking right now. I'm very not that happy about it, of course, and I'm usually an optimist, but sometimes I'm an pessimist when it comes to our world right now in a way. So please, if anyone has like positive messages, please comment because I need some positivity about the world because I don't know, I'm having like hopeless times at the moment. So, you know, and that's also adding up to my not studying because I'm just like, okay, I want to use my time as wisely as I can because we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And yeah, there's things that can happen overnight, and I think that's why we should try to enjoy almost every single day at least. That's what I'm trying to do at least. Because and do the things that actually matter to you. Because at the end of the day, or try to do the things that matter to you. You know, get work towards getting towards a space where you can do the things that matter to you. That's to me kind of a life philosophy, you know. Of course, there are times where people can't do these things because they are literally not able to for a number of reasons, for various reasons. But I think working towards that freedom of being able to do what you actually care about, or like, focus on the things that you care about, or having just this even philosophy that you can do things that you like, that you don't have to be forced to. Maybe, I don't know, like, I hope I don't get canceled for this. Like, I don't know. I don't want to like say, that's just what I think. That's just how from my experiences, from my life experiences, from my point of view of life, how I think, okay? I'm not telling everybody to think like this. Just want to make that clear again. But anyway, so exactly, I think just working towards that goal of having that freedom to prioritize the things that you care about, I think that's really important. So that's what I'm doing or trying to do. You know, I mean, I really hope I get taken into my university. If I don't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably going to work for a year and apply again because I really want to get into that university, like specifically because I really like the city. I just want to connect and I really like what I'm applying for. And there's no other course like this in Europe that I found. So I really want to get in. So I really hope I get in. And, my family always tells me, okay, what are you gonna work? Like, what are you gonna work? Because I'm applying for like humanities and stuff, like history, because I like history. So, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards, but like I don't know, like I want to do music, so I'm gonna continue making music and see what happens. But obviously, during my university time, I'm gonna work a shitty, like low-paying job anyway because I don't have another choice. So what does it matter, And then after university, who knows? Who knows how the world will look like, it's nice to have a goal that you're striving for as a job, but I don't really have that because the things that I like don't really pay. So I don't know what I'm gonna do anyway. I don't want to go into a career and build up a whole career that I don't like. I would rather probably, I don't know, die probably because I just couldn't handle it because like that would just spark up my depression like completely. Like literally, I remember I was working in this bakery. And it was like the people were pretty nice, everything. It paid pretty okay, but I just felt absolutely like horrendous. Like my depression was so bad. So I just kind of stopped working there and yeah, like I need to start working again definitely because I need money, but like I'm gonna hopefully work soon and we'll see, but this is what I'm saying. Like please, school is not everything. School is not everything. Please, like we need to stop thinking that school this is everything because it really is not. Hopefully people still have the options. And I just want to spread some hopefulness, and just some vibes because I think school isn't everything and that you should still do things that are outside of school that are good for you, go into nature, go have like some fun with friends, try different things, like just experiment, like try things in life because I know damn well our grandparents did not go to school for like 10 hours a day and studied for 6 hours. Like I don't think that's what they did. And I'm not saying they had like happy lives, but I'm just saying, it's not human to be locked up in a room for 24 hours a day, like studying for 8 hours. Like that's just not what we are built for. I'm sorry. Like, I think that's just how it is. I think going into nature and socializing are still things that everyone needs to do that are just fun and good for you, for your health, that will also bring you a lot of knowledge about life. So if you study something for like one subject for multiple hours, like that's just not going to help you much in your life, I think. Like I don't know how studying molecules will help me in 5 years at all, because I'm not going to study that at college, so I don't understand why I would study that. So I am not studying that, but yeah, hopefully I'll pass anyway. So this was my video today about school. I'm gonna make a lot more videos about school because I hate school. So shout out. I hope you can even hear me with this mic, bro. I hope so. All right. Bye.